Hello guys, welcome back to another video and another mail video this week, stroke some charity shop pickups as well. So let's get into it. Yes, we got one Vinted this week, one pile here from a charity shop of bits and bobs that I picked up the other day. So I just thought I'd include them in this video, and a pickup from Big PAULY as well. So we got a few things to get into. We'll leave the Big PAULY one till the end, so stay tuned for that. We'll start with the charity shop stuff. So basically, local charity shop by me, they sell some things for 5p. I think I picked up a couple of weeks ago Trolls, I think it was a 5p. Anytime I see a Blu-ray in there, every single DVD, Blu-ray and everything is 5p each in the local charity shop. So every time I see a Blu-ray, even if I got it, I'm going to pick it up for 5p because of that case. This one I don't have, and it's a 3D movie. Again, another animated film similar to Trolls. The Nut Job in 3D. Will Arnett, Brendan Fraser, Liam Neeson, Catherine Hegel. And as I say, comes with that 3D disc. There it is, The Nut Job. I remember seeing this in the cinema. I remember working in the cinema, and it was a really off-the-cuff go and see it, because every month we had to do a fire drill. The first Saturday of every month we had to go in and do like a fire drill remembrance thing. And everyone who works there has to go there. So it was me and another colleague. We had a shift, I think, starting at 12. So we was like, well, let's go and see Nut Job before our shift. And I did. And I really liked the film, to be honest. So happy to have it in the collection, especially for 5p. So brilliant. And of course, getting that proper Blu-ray case as well is great. So 5p, brill. I've also, not to mention, had a look when I'm there at the DVDs. And, you know, DVDs, especially comedy DVDs, these things I used to have. When I had DVDs and I went all in on Blu-rays, you know, probably before I moved in this house and I moved into my place before this, I moved into a flat. So I had loads of DVDs, but I got rid of all my DVDs at that point. And I'm just trying now to just get a few of the DVDs back, but mainly comedy ones are what I'm missing. So I've got some Rod Gilbert here, the man with the flaming Battenberg tattoo, live from 2012 on DVD. And then Rod Gilbert there, the mince pie, I think it is, the award-winning mince pie. Both brilliant comedy shows, to be honest. And yeah, I think if you haven't seen Rod Gilbert, especially, you know, if you're Welsh, he does a lot of like Welsh jokes and stuff, so it means, you know, it means a lot. So cool artwork as well. We got a little mince pie there, and then we got some Battenberg, so pretty cool. But 10p for the two, you cannot say no, especially when I'm trying to build a bit of like my old DVDs that I used to have. And things like this you just can't get on streaming. Do you know what I mean? It's not like they have this on BBC iPlayer or anything. You know, it's just something that I want to have on my shelf and, you know, relive one day. 5p, a good bit of entertainment, you know. And then not to mention then something non-media related really, and I hope I got all of these, but I picked up the Clone Wars card game. 150 for this, and yeah, you know, I don't know if I got them all. They were all tipped out and they were all everywhere, but they're really cool. They're like the backs there of each one, like really cool artwork. And then inside then for each one of them, they're like you got to marry up the thing. So you've got Obi-Wan Kenobi there, Rex, but I think it's like more of a snap game. I think there's multiple games in there, but I think you've got to, like, you know, it was Anakin Skywalker's ship thing there. You've got to match them up. So I think when you get Anakin, you go like snap, you kind of get 2 in 1. Yeah, here's an example. So this example here, you've got Padme's ship, and then you've got Padme there. So it's like a match thing. I think that's how it works. But yeah, you know, 150. Like I've bought a few top trumps before of Star Wars related ones. And anything I see out and about like that for a good price, I will pick up just to, you know, have in my little collection of Star Wars memorabilia that I've got. So that's those there for 150. So not bad from the local St. David's Hospice charity shop there. Really, really good. 5p for each of those. So 15p, £1.65. Great deal. I probably did overpay for these cards a little bit, but at the same time, when you think about 165 for all of it, it's a pretty good stack there. Right then, so now we're going to get into then the Vinted package. That was alright. This has been, honestly, I've had this a while because I was away. It basically got delivered the second day I was away, so it was sat in my post office for the entire week because obviously I knew I was away. I ordered it there. So if we get into this here, pulling out the packet there, we've got 3 DVDs again. We're doing DVD hunting now. But you guys remember recently that, you know, I had been picking up some of the Wild at Hearts. This is what we got recently from Vinted. Numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. All the seasons there. Well, I finished it off. I've got the remaining ones. I think these were about £4. Something stupid. So season 6 there, of course, comes with all of the discs inside, all 3. Boom, boom, boom. Lovely. Then we've got then season 7, which comes with a black case, but I do have 2 copies of Wild at Heart that previously, like, I ordered and I didn't return, of course. So I'm probably going to switch this black case out because it looks like a replacement case, and also it's a little bit broken at the bottom. This disc just keeps falling out. So that's season 7, but that's not a big deal. And then finally then the feature-length finale, which was basically the season 8, but they basically did like an hour-and-a-half long episode to finish off the show. And that's there as well, on a single disc, of course. So yeah, season 6, 7, here we go. So if we line them all up, it's just a real shame about season 3, in my opinion, that they released it in that big thing. But I've got the entire series of Wild at Heart, which growing up for me, this was a fantastic series that I used to watch every Sunday evening on ITV, and I've only ever seen it once. So I'm gonna watch this again, and maybe I think I've actually spoke to Chloe about this. I wonder if Chloe watched this growing up. Maybe she did, but yeah, I really enjoy Wild at Heart, so I'm gonna definitely enjoy giving it another watch. I remember the first couple of series more than the later series, of course, but either way though, still very excited to give this another shot, and pretty cool. It does come in a big box set, but the box set CEXL I think is near like 20 quid, if not 30 quid. But for this, I think I paid maybe about £7-8 for this, in terms of 3 or 4 quid for one and 5 quid for the other. So I'm pretty pleased with getting all of those. Much cheaper than CEX by getting them on Vinted, to be honest. So that's those 3 then, and that is of course the charity stuff. Then we've got the purchase from Big Pauly. Now I actually did make this purchase. I bought it, he was selling them because he got something in the mail the other week, and he was selling off his Amarays, and I was missing some from my collection of this series. So the film I picked up from Paul, Rambo 3, look at that. It's like he planned it, that it would be on that side. But yeah, Rambo 3 with a slip cover. I do have Rambo 2 First Blood, as well as First Blood Part 2. So I believe this now completes my Rambo trilogy of films. There, on 4K anyways. So yeah, this one was needed, of course. All immaculate condition, and the 2 discs inside there, Rambo 3 4K and Blu-ray. So yeah, I think I remember picking up these 2, I think it was earlier in the year, maybe end of last year. These were $9.99 with any pickups, so that was great. And I think I gave Paul, how much did I pay for this? Did I pay about, I can't remember. Did I give him a tenner? It might be in a tenner, I can't remember. It was about a tenner. So 30 quid for the whole franchise, really. Those 2 from HMV, of course, you know, when they were $9.99, and now this one from Paul. So thank you very much, Paul, for selling this to me. It does complete this for me now. I knew I was missing this one. I think on the day that this was $9.99 as well at the time, but HMV and Cumberland didn't have number 3. They only had numbers 1 and 2, and I picked up numbers 1 and 2. So it was always one that I needed to get, and I'm glad now that it's all there. But yep. Spoiler alert, I haven't seen the Rambo films, so now I have all 3 of them. There, we will watch those at some point when I fancy it. Action movies like this aren't really my go-to genre, but I do like Sylvester Stallone, so there's that. There's a lot, you know, there's particular actors I'm noticing that I'm going through, and, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger recently, I've done a bit of the Terminator stuff, of course. You know, you try and pick up certain, like, 80s actors and whatnot. But Sylvester Stallone is an actor that I probably haven't watched much of, really, especially on the channel. I've done a few of the Rocky films over the years, but I think I've only gone so far with Rocky. And then Creed I've never seen as well, so that's like a totally, you know, continuing on thing. So there's a lot of Sylvester Stallone stuff that I need to catch up on, to be honest. So maybe I'll, you know, maybe I can compile a list of all the go-to Sylvester Stallone movies, and of course I'm sure Rambo would probably be part of that. So pretty good, pretty good there to get some things in. Then of course we got that charity shop stuff, which is brilliant for £1.65. We got our purchase there for Rambo from Big Pauly, which is brill. And then finally, then not to mention our 3 copies completing Wild at Heart from Vinted. Brill! Absolutely fantastic mail video this week. A bit all over the place, hence why, you know, just trying to put some bits in there because I was away. But if you did miss, I did make pickups. I did a Blu-ray hunting video when I was away in Cornwall. So if you did miss that, go back and watch that as well. But this is what I managed to pick up. We are still looking online, of course, and stuff for more pickups and all of that. So stay tuned for more mail videos and all that coming soon. And if you've missed any videos in the past, of course, go back and watch those. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon, as I say. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.